Hey, what's up guys? This is BY Gaming. Welcome back to the channel. Before we begin, I want to please ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about why I personally will not be buying the upcoming Golden Legends Pass, of course featuring Qiaolong and Monster, I believe, which is the $50 monster, right? And so before we start this, I want to say that this is not me encouraging you guys not to buy the pass as well, but just my personal reasons why I will not be buying it. Alright, so that being said, let's get right into it. And of course, the main reason why I have basically grown disillusioned with this is because I am tired of buying things with depreciating value, right? That's basically what the Legends Pass is. It gives you a new monster, a bunch of perks that, can only be renewed by buying the pass again, and, the ability to buy another exclusive monster for an additional $30. So of course, if you want to buy the pass and another exclusive monster, that's going to be $50 a month. And after doing this a number of times, I realized that, I really have nothing to show for buying the pass and the monster, right? Like, I bought the Junsui no Kaori pass and I bought the Frosty-Knot combo, right? So I got both of those monsters and they are both just sitting there, essentially doing nothing. And that isn't necessarily even by choice either, because I mentioned in the video that I posted about Ludum that Ludum is actually scarce and limited to the point where you actually cannot rank up. You can't rank up your monsters past a certain point because you only get 1410 a week, right? So if you really wanted to rank up all of the monsters that come with the Legends Pass, you're going to have to go all the way to the end of the pass, unlock the chests, and then buy those for an additional $150. And that, of course, adds to the expenses. It's no longer like a $20 subscription. It's like, what is that? That's like a $200 subscription if you want to get everything, right? Every single month. And obviously that's not really going to happen. And really, I just got tired of seeing this thing as a, opportunity to invest in something that is going to depreciate over time, right? Because literally the way this game works is that every single time they release new monsters and etc., the monsters gradually get better to the point where, the monsters you may have invested in previously become useless, right? And this obviously can happen over a matter of months, and obviously next year it's definitely, whatever you have now is definitely not going to be in season anymore. So, that's pretty much the main reason why I've gotten tired of it, is because I realize there's no end to this kind of thing. And, as good as these monsters look now, I can promise you, like, just last month we had a monster with 5 traits, and now we're seeing a bunch of them. So I really feel like this is a sneak peek as to what's coming next. And if the trends continue, of course, these monsters will be in style for a while, and then there's going to be something even more crazy that comes out that basically one-ups this and, makes some of these monsters eventually become archaic as well. And so really this got me thinking about what kind of in-app purchases I would personally like to invest in, and that would of course be in-app purchases that kind of stand the test of time. Sometimes in certain games you can buy something that helps you out for the rest of the game, like you buy a one-time purchase and that actually helps you for the whole time you play the game and it never expires. And those would be the kind of things I'd like to personally invest in. And just to give you an example, I played a game called Ninja Saga back in like 7th and 8th grade. And there was a perk called like the emblem or something, which is basically you buy the ninja emblem for like $20. And for the whole time you play the game, that emblem stays with you and it gives you perks, right? Like that free players do not have. And that would give me incentive to actually invest $20. And it was like a one-time purchase, right? And initially this Legends Pass thing kind of reminded me of that. But the difference, of course, is that you have to buy the Legends Pass every single month. And there are more purchases that you can potentially do on top of that if you want to actually see the real benefits, right? Because yes, Qiaolong, he's going to come at rank 3, but if you want to rank him up, you're going to have to invest Ludum. And saving up all that Ludum, unless you already have it, is going to take weeks. And within those weeks, there will be another monster potentially that comes out that you would rather rank up than him. So it's just a never-ending cycle. And if you really want to definitively get these pass monsters to rank 5 and actually use them, well, you have to get to the end of the Legends Pass and buy those chests, right? And so, yeah, thinking about Ninja Saga and stuff like that, it really got me, thinking that I want to see more of those permanent kind of purchases. Purchases that have permanent perks where you buy it once and it actually helps you out and assists you for the entire game, because that would be, a purchase that is actually like an investment. It doesn't go bad and it actually helps you for the duration of the time you play the game. For example, if they released something that cost money, like maybe like a one-time purchase, but it was like one of those perks that's featured in the Legends Pass, but permanent, I would be interested in something like that. For example, if you paid like $20 and you got like 1.5 times gold and food for the rest of the time you played the game, and that was a perk that never expired, that would be a worthwhile $20 in my opinion, because, right, it keeps compounding. It doesn't go away, so you can make use of it whether you play it now or 1 year from now, right? It would make sense. So that's something that I'd be interested in seeing, right? And really just, continuing to invest $20 to $50 per month in monsters I may potentially not use, just doesn't seem like a good deal to me, right? If they actually had enough ways to get Ludum, that would be, potentially a different story. We'd be talking about something a little bit different there, because then you could actually say, okay, well, you can get these guys at rank 5 every time. So you're potentially getting 2 to 3 monsters at rank 5 per month. But we know that if you actually save up Ludum from scratch, it takes, over 6 weeks, which is more than a month and a half, right? About a month and a half to get one monster from unranked to rank 5. And that is a long shot from ranking up everything you get from each pass, right? Because there are like 3 new monsters per pass, in addition to the marathon monsters and whatever the case may be. And so some of these monsters just get lost in the background, right? Because sometimes marathon monsters, well, I want to say, marathon monsters, any monster potentially in other events could be better than the pass monsters, right? Like look at Spectra. Spectra was a maze monster, right? It was not a Legends Pass monster. It was a maze monster. So that's basically what I'm talking about. There were times where the Legends Pass had good monsters, but sometimes the monsters are just meh, right? Or if they're good now, they will be kind of meh in 5-6 months. And so I just want to see more permanent kind of purchases in the game where they offer something. It's like, again, like $20 and you get 1.5 times, not even 2 times the gold and food, but you get like a permanent 1.5 times boost to your gold harvesting and food production, right? Or maybe you spend like $50 and you get all the perks from the Legends Pass as far as like, hatching benefits and like building benefits and the golden food for life, basically, right? That would be something that I'd be kind of interested in. I mean, that would still be, of course, relatively pricey depending on who you ask. But the point is that would actually have some merit in buying it, because it wouldn't go bad, just like many of these things that you're going to be investing in with the Legends Pass, right? And so, that's pretty much my reason in a nutshell. And that reason, of course, being that buying the Legends Pass is basically a depreciating asset, right? Every single time. Whatever you get from it, you may not even use. And even if you do use it now, like Lord Nabotis, he's still going to be good for a while. Qiao Long, I mean, right? He has positive effect removal, so does Pure Pandolf. And obviously, Monster, it does have some potential as well. But it's like, if you look at this, in the scope of, the future, who knows how valuable these things are going to be in about 6 months, right? So I want something that actually lasts. And with the Legends Pass, that really doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the model of, okay, fans want to see more new content, so they keep creating more and better things to keep people interested. I'm not against that, but I don't like how like the monsters that come out lose their value as the monsters get better. It's like, if you want to introduce new monsters to use, that should be good, but like, why are the monsters that I'm using now, why do they have to go completely out of style, right? There should be some utility for these monsters, because some people mention like leaving for a year, and it's like, even like if someone would have played last year, imagine if they come back now and see all of this stuff. It's like, geez, like the amount of evolution the game goes through is so quick. And I would just rather see something that is permanent. Okay, like I give you some money and there's a permanent kind of boost to it, right? Like I played a tower defense game, a number of years back, and there was this like resource where there's this in-app purchase where you could pay a couple of dollars and you got like double the, the currency or something from the levels that you beat, right? And you could use that currency to upgrade your weapons. So the point is that you could technically upgrade them all by playing the game enough anyway, but this helped you a little bit. It got you there faster, but everything else was already obtainable without spending any actual money. And thinking about this kind of stuff really got me wondering if Monster Legends could pull off the same kind of thing, or at least introduce something like that, right? Because I'm tired of spending money and having it all go to waste, right? Because I know that, okay, I may not even use the monsters, and, even if I do, they might not be useful a few months from now, because they're going to create a new game-breaking mechanic that is going to completely rip apart anything that I have, and I'm going to have to actually invest all over again. So it really feels like you're spending money for no, permanent cause, and it's going to happen again and again and again and again. And so that's basically the reason why I will not buy this Legends Pass. And I kind of rambled a bit there, but yeah, I think you guys get the idea. So thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.